Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this? Dun, 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 dun.
This is a sham.
No. Nope. Y'all, just stop.
Get real.
Welcome to DBL. Hello.
Right.
Hello, Professor.
I know.
What time does the tour start?
I had to put a blazer on because I spilled on myself, which is a normal occasion.
It is. It's an everyday thing.
Very normal.
All right.
All right, now before we get to our first story, we have got to stick around. You really do, because we've got a daring rescue. Are you seeing this? By a coach after something went very wrong for a U.S. swimmer in the pool during the World Championships. Excuse me. We will get to that. We just want to make sure you see that. Now, another January.
And we should say that person's okay.
Both are okay.
Yeah,
both
but
are
the story's
absolutely okay.
The story's
it's
good.
Fascinating, and it's actually a good story in the end.
Yes.
Another January 6th hearing is happening today, but get this: the panel has extended hearings into July. It's all because they received new video footage from a documentary. It includes interviews with both Donald Trump and his adult children, and was filmed inside the White House before and after January 6th. We also have a first look at the documentary, so take a look at that now.
Okay.
My father, he's very honest, and he is who he is.
He believes everything that he's doing is right.
I think I treat people well unless they don't treat me well, in which case you go to war.
Can we talk for a minute about January 6th?
Yeah.
Okay, Tori, before you move on, could I just say, did you guys not get Succession vibes?
Totally.
Was it the music?
It's
or
the violin Baroque music.
Yeah.
Yes.
I totally.
Now, know that Succession was partly based on the Trump family.
It makes sense. So
Yeah.
Succession, if you don't know, is a show on HBO, which is fantastic.
Right.
But it really gave me some vibes there.
That's so true. Brian Cox was about to walk on out there. Now, I know some of our viewers, we're really honest with you, have been writing in asking why we're doing this story about it and talking so much about it. We do read all of your comments, but the truth is, we do the stories you're talking about, and a lot of you are talking about this. So what do you think we'll learn from this new documentary? What do you think of the former president saying he goes to war with people who don't treat him well? And may I add, I think it's important that we have a historical record of this, and I think it's important that we don't just skip on and move ahead. So I'm glad we're talking about it on the show, personally.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeff, I don't know how you feel, but I just keep thinking about, you remember the guy that was skateboarding, drinking, was it ocean spray?
Yeah.
Oh, Dogface. Dogface 420.
How long did we cover that story? Like, as a nation, 2 weeks? I mean, these are things that, honestly, Leighton and Lawson will be coming to you in 10 or 12 years saying, Daddy, this is my report. How does this look? This will be something that will be in the history books long after we're gone. And I do think that there's a reason it's taking so long. It's like we've never had this much footage, Jeff. I mean, we had footage of the JFK assassination, but we didn't have hundreds of interviews
and angles from all over.
Everyone's perspective. I mean, it just seems like there's so much evidence to go through, including the people involved that are talking, which is shocking.
Now, get this too, Jeff, before you respond. Apparently, Ivanka says in the documentary, in December 2020, said her father should, quote, continue to fight until every legal remedy is exhausted. But we heard from January 6th hearings before, she knew that Attorney General and believed him when he said there was no evidence of fraud.
Yeah, when we talked about that on the morning meeting, and I don't mind that comment, to be honest with you, because I'm always like, fight till the bell rings,
even
right?
If you know you're wrong.
But she's not saying that. At the time, she's probably like, hey, let's exhaust all the options. Are we sure we lost? Let's make sure all of our T's are crossed, all of our
Eyes are dots.
Yeah.
You got it right.
I know.
And you were worried that you didn't.
Because it's like Dumb and Dumber where he does it reverse, and I'm more onto the Dumb and Dumber version.
But she said clearly, I trusted Barr when he said, I think this is BS.
Right, but you have to think in the beginning, right? If you're fighting for something and something you really want and you're invested because it's your family, you want to turn every stone over that you can to make sure that this is the end. And I think at that time, she thought, you know what? I'm going to uncover every stone. I'm going to make sure my dad, it's 100%, not 99.9 that he lost, 100%. And when she did, she goes, listen, there's a point now where you lost, and I think she came to that realization. But before that, I don't mind her trying to do her best to make sure that her dad won the election. I don't mind that. I'm a fight till the end kind of guy.
And Jeff, just talking, we're missing the other dynamic here, which is the father-daughter dynamic. They're clearly very close. My goal in life is to one day work with my daughter, and I would hope that I have a relationship, even if I'm in a situation like Trump where I'm dead wrong.
Are you? kidding me?
Let me finish.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah, no worries. No, I would want her to publicly say whatever our company line was, hey, we're looking into this, but I would want her to pull me aside into a broom closet and shut the door and be like, Dad, you look insane right now. If you love me as a daughter, you'll stop. But I don't mind her saying this to the public. I don't know what was said in private, but I'm just saying for me, I wouldn't mind my daughter saying that, even if she thought I was dead wrong to the public, and then confronting me and then hoping to change my
I hear what you're saying about family respect and loyalty.
I'm just being honest.
But it wasn't to the public. It was to Congress. It was under oath.
Yeah, but
So to me, that's a little bit of perjury. If she's like, I respected Barr's opinion, there was no fraud, and then she's like, we need to fill out every angle. That is a complicit.
But it's
in
not
the
complicit
lie,
if
to me.
she believes it at that time. You're taking the timeline and not even using that as a point of reference. If she said it before and like, hey, listen, we don't really know the results. Was there tampering? Let's look into it. You can't just be like, hey, there was no tampering. All right, sorry, Dad, you lost. You got to, Miss Lippy, you got to go find that dog. Right? And you know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying, but don't you think when she said it in the taped testimony, I respect General Barr and I believe what he said, Attorney General Barr, he lost.
But after the realization that he lost, after it was a 100%, not 99.9, are you not seeing like at all where I'm coming from?
I think she's complicit.
And also, is this the hill that that we want to die on in terms of all the things that seem to be, going wrong here? Is this the issue?
No, I just think we should call out the whole.
Like what Ron Johnson tried to pull with the fake phone call, and the fact that he tried to deliver fake votes in 2 swing states to the vice president after the insurrection had stopped. I would think that would be the bigger story today than whether Ivanka lied for her dad. I think a lot of people would lie for their dad.
Now, that's true. The DOJ, I just want to get on that, the Department of Justice, which all of this investigation is about, it's going to go to them to determine if they press criminal charges. They have just issued subpoenas on multiple people, including what you're saying, all about that fake elector scheme, a Georgia lawyer, a Virginia man who worked on Trump campaign, a chairman of the Georgia GOP party. So I think the DOJ is very much looking into that fake elector where they have illegitimate electors go and vote for Trump as part of the conspiracy.
How are they looking into it now?
I know.
It's a year and a half.
Well, they did look into it. They're showing what happened in the investigation.
How long does it take to look?
They got new footage.
And I can't have a conversation with Tori when she has a pen in one hand reading with that jacket on. I'm like, what's happening?
For corporate at United.
Yeah, am I under oath here? What's going on?
Ladies and gentlemen, I rest my case. I also look like I don't have a neck. Anyway, coming up on DBL, our interview with the stars of a new movie that's based on the true story of a wild inmate escape, Catherine Bell and Tom Stevens to tell us how they got into character, and a coach to the rescue. This is an incredible story. She dives to the bottom of the pool to save a 2-time Olympian. What went wrong?
Closed captioning provided by
This June, DBL isn't holding back. I've already spent my time and all of my sanity on trying to make you happy.
I like a little cheese on my potatoes. That wasn't going on in my head.
That's what we need more of, conversations in this country like this show. Thank you. DBL is all new every day.
All right, so we're kind of still talking about obviously the Trump documentary and the timeline of different things. So I think it's all up for discussion, right?
Well, let's change the subject very quickly, Jeff, to something else, which is I just signed up to do platelet donation again on Sunday. Have you ever done that?
No, but I think you did that before.
I've donated platelets before, and anybody that wants to donate blood or platelets, I don't talk about it. I don't put it on social media, but I do donate blood quite often, just because we used to work with Brooke, who Brooke was here at DBL forever. She has thalassemia, I believe, and I don't want to speak too out of school about it, but she talks openly about it.
But she's vocal about it, yes.
And ever since then, and I don't necessarily always tell her, but I just promised myself that I would always give blood when I could. And I go every couple of weeks. I think you can do it every 9 days or something. But yeah, I'm donating platelets. Have you ever done that?
No.
It takes forever.
Really?
Yeah,
you did it before. I remember you talking about it.
It's super important I'm assuming for people whose blood doesn't clot, and there have been a lot of alerts that they need it. But yeah, it's in a weird way, and I know people are like, well, this is a great cell job, Al. It takes 2.5 hours. But you know what, man? Not only are you doing something good, but I kind of like having to sit for a second on a Sunday morning where like you can kind of like mess around and now you start cleaning your garage or something, 10 o'clock, and you're working again. It's just, it kind of forces you to sit for a second, then when you get home.
And you did a good thing.
Yeah, and then you hydrate a little bit on the Sunday and just have some water and watch the games, whatever's on. like in a weird way, I kind of like am looking forward to it.
General Barr, so I
In a very weird way.
What a cutie this guy is, right? I gotta take after Al a little bit more.
No, just.
Jacket gone. Thank you, Dre and Christina. Welcome back, and Destin.
The tour is over?
Yeah, it's gone. I couldn't stand it.
Please exit through the gift shop.
Please, enjoy your time. This is just an incredible story. A U.S. artistic swimmer, used to be called synchronized swimming, fainted in the pool during her routine at the championship competition. She began sinking to the bottom. This is the part that's insane. The swimmer's coach jumped into the pool, was able to bring her to the surface. Luckily, the swimmer is okay. Now, let me tell you a little backstory. This swimmer has fainted before in the water. So the coach sort of was ready. The lifeguard wasn't, the male lifeguard. So she jumps in, gets her up, and finally they help. And after 2 minutes of being without oxygen, her lungs are filled with water. She's okay. Isn't that insane?
I mean, yes, it's insane, and I'm glad that somebody was there to rescue her. But the bigger question is, the harder question is, should she have been in the pool?
Yeah.
I mean, Jeff, we've seen incredible athletes that have had to retire super early because of heart conditions, things that don't allow them to play because if they get too elevated, they could die.
Yeah.
And we saw that, unfortunately, with like an athlete like Hank Gathers, who played in 1990 for Loyola. So this is a very scary thing, and there's always a rescue until it's not. And I wonder if somebody's going to sit down and have a very difficult discussion with her.
And she might be competing like the next couple days, and doctors are assessing her, and I'm like, don't go in the pool.
Right.
Yeah, but it's hard to tell somebody no when they're following their passion,
Sure,
right?
sure. Two-time Olympian.
Yeah, so it's like, this is what they do. People who climb Mount Everest, you shouldn't be up there.
Yeah,
People who free dive 200 feet in the water, you shouldn't be doing that while you're spearfishing. People do what they love, and if they can't do it, they don't feel alive. So I don't blame her. I know she's putting other people in danger by going down to get her. Not so much as climbing Everest or diving into the ocean, but this is just what she loves to do. And if you take that away, you almost take away that reason,
that spark
that drives her.
But I mean, do we want to take away her entire life? That's why sometimes doctors have to make a very tough call.
But is her life over if she can't do what she loves?
You know, I had a lot of buddies of mine that played high school. You played college football as well. And I
did too.
Yes, Tori as well. And, you know, I saw a lot of them struggle with the transition, even if they didn't play pro, like just struggling to transition. Because the identity, and you can speak to this better than I could, your identity as a football player, that's where you get all your accolades, or as a synchronized swimmer, I forgot what the new term.
Artistic swimming.
Artistic swimmer, you know, finding that new personality is going to have to come at some point. It's not going to happen when you're 44. You're going to be doing something else. So maybe that transition might have to start earlier, and it's going to be really rough. But in terms of like having, as a parent, having your daughter here,
I get you.
You know, and I get it. That's what I'm saying.
That's a line you got to.
I
a tightrope.
understand.
Wait,
did you have problems leaving college football?
I did. I mean, I couldn't go anywhere else, right? But I mean, I did have like a identity, like little crisis. Even though I was nobody, I played Division III. It's like, what am I going to do now?
Right.
You know, and I really was kind of stuck in that moment. Like, am I going to be a high school teacher? I don't even know what macroeconomics is. What am I in this class for? Like, what's happening? You know, so it was a little transition. But quickly, I want to say, is synchronized swimming offensive?
I don't know, but they definitely have changed it to artistic swimming, and I'm going to find out more on that for you.
And also, really quickly, there's a crazy documentary about synchronized swimming. Oh. It's super
How
difficult.
dare you?
Yeah,
it's artistic swimming.
How dare you?
Watch it.
I think it's an interesting sport.
Yeah.
And the faces they make are fascinating. They're so animated. Like me. Coming up on DBL, the true story of a woman who smuggled her boyfriend out of prison in a dog crate. Now this wild case has been made into a movie, but we talk with the stars Catherine Bell and Tom Stevens all about it. Coming up next.
Burgundy and gold are back in the news again, and for all the wrong reasons. And one person getting a lot of negative attention is team owner Dan Snyder. Take this exchange between Representative Rashida Tlaib and Commissioner Roger Goodell.
Remove him. Will you remove him?
I don't have the authority to remove him.
So let's verify. Can Roger Goodell personally make Dan Snyder sell the team? Our sources are the NFL Constitution and bylaws, as well as Jody Balsam, a professor at Brooklyn Law School who previously worked as in-house counsel for the NFL. Let's start with the NFL Constitution.
It's Article 8.13 of the NFL Constitution and bylaws.
That section reads in part, if an owner is, quote, guilty of conduct detrimental to the welfare of the league or professional football, the commissioner can levy a fine or even suspend the person. But Balsam says that the commissioner cannot, on his own, strip an owner of his team. However, if the commissioner determines this punishment is, quote, not adequate or sufficient considering the nature and gravity of the offense, he can refer the matter to the executive committee.
A committee that is made up of one representative from each member club, typically the principal owner. So a 32-member executive committee of the league.
And if 3/4 of this committee agrees to it, they can force the sale, although Balsam says that this has never been done before.
I think it's far more likely that if the league and its members have decided that they've had enough of Dan Snyder, it's far more likely they try to counsel him out the door rather than push him out the door.
So we can verify that no, Roger Goodell cannot remove an owner on his own, but he can recommend it, leaving it to the owners to take this big step. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozloff.
You're probably wondering how I got myself into this situation. Well, let me tell you a story. We were in love.
A Lifetime original movie ripped from the headlines.
Our program rescues dogs, and your prisoners would train them.
They are dangerous people.
Sure, but doesn't everyone deserve to feel love?
Oh man, that was a clip from the new ripped from the headlines thriller, Jailbreak Lovers. And earlier we spoke to the stars of the movie, Catherine Bell and Tom Stevens. We even got some songs. Check it out. We are joined by the stars of the movie, Catherine Bell and Tom Stevens. Thank you for joining us. That movie looks fantastic. I can't believe it's a real story.
I'm sorry, they look so cool right now. I see the egg chair over there, the shirt. I'm loving everything.
My family would disown me if I didn't do this. So, Catherine, before we get to Jailbreak Lovers, we do have to talk about Jag.
Okay, my mom too. Throw Heidi in the mix
Heidi
too.
Shocker as well. Yes. I'm sorry, but it was just a huge hit in our whole house. Fams want to know, would you possibly be interested in a reboot?
I would love it. Are you kidding?
That's okay.
I got to wear the uniform on NCIS LA, and it was so much fun. I love that character in that show.
Right. I know. I think she's fantastic.
Yeah. Right.
Let's talk about your new Lifetime movie, Jailbreak Lovers. It's based on a true story about a woman. I feel like I should do my movie voice.
Do it.
It's based on a true story about a woman named Toby who helped her lover escape from prison. Was that pretty good? That was terrible.
No.
Okay, if you could talk to Toby, what would you ask her?
I would ask her, I mean, gosh, I would love to just chat with her. I find her fascinating, just that whole journey she went on and all the choices she made.
I would ask her, like, how has that experience changed your life? Like, you made a huge choice and you did something super dangerous, but like, has it changed it in a positive at all? Because it's an incredible story.
Catherine, you are the executive producer. I love all the hats you wear of Jailbreak Lovers.
Yeah.
Why did you want to turn this crazy story into a movie? What drew you to it?
I mean, I was fortunate enough that the script fell into my lap, so it started with that. I read the script and was instantly in love. I mean, this story just begs to be told. It's like these two fantastic characters and people who, such extreme, different personalities, but were drawn together for very different reasons. But there's a connection there, a real connection, and I just love it. I love the story. It's like, what would make someone do that? What would make someone think that this is a great idea? But then when you learn about Toby and what she was going through at the time, you can kind of understand it,
Tom, that's why I have to ask you, like, you played John, who escapes prison in a dog crate. It's a story as old as time.
Oldest time.
It's just like, honestly, though, it's a fascinating hook. So, I've got to know, what was it like fitting into one of those dog crates? Like, how long? What was that like on set? Like, talk to us.
It was so easy. Like, I was reaching out to the producers saying, like, can we get a smaller dog crate? Like, I should be working harder. But like, I thought I was gonna have to do some contortion, get my leg behind my head, but it was like, I just squeezed right in. It was fine.
We heard that your musical talent was used in the movie, and I was wondering if we could get a round of applause. Could we hear a little bit of a song?
Let's hear it.
So I'll preface this a little bit. I just happen to have a guitar here.
Yeah, right. This wasn't planned.
Katie Boland put it into the script that John plays songs, and so I wrote this.
Don't think I could have resisted you.
Wow.
Don't think there's nothing that this body could do. Ever made an angel through and through. If someone gets to love you, I think I do it well. The man wants to take me away. Wrap me up and throw away the key.
Ooh.
That was great. That was, first of all, Sam was over here. I don't know if you can finish the interview. I'm just saying, honestly, on behalf of all dudes, I would be like, get my girl, we're leaving the party. You like that guy playing the guitar, didn't you?
How could you blame, right?
You can understand why Toby broke the law.
Yeah, now we see it.
Catherine and Tom, what a delight you both have been. Thank you so much for joining us here in DBL. To all of our viewers, make sure to watch Jailbreak Lovers. It premieres July 2nd on Lifetime. We'll be right back. Thanks, Catherine. Thanks, Tom.
Awesome.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Thank you, guys.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Darling.
All over the internet, people are talking about the ramifications of overturning Roe v. Wade. And in vitro fertilization, or IVF, is something even fertility doctors claim hangs in the balance. We spoke with 3 legal experts to find out why and how IVF could be impacted by overturning the decision. About IVF treatment. A person looking to get pregnant is given medication to help stimulate the ovaries to produce several eggs. With the help of an embryologist, these eggs are retrieved from the ovaries and combined with sperm, creating embryos. Typically, one is transferred back to the uterus in hopes that it becomes a pregnancy. As for the other embryos,
they can be frozen, they can be donated, or there's also the choice to destroy them.
If Roe is overturned, states can then enact or enforce laws declaring life begins at fertilization. That would mean embryos are legally considered children. If embryos are defined as children, our experts say that would redefine how the IVF industry works and limit what prospective parents, physicians, and embryologists can do. With frozen embryos,
would that person be required to donate those embryos to somebody else? Would the person be required to use them?
When testing embryos,
some of these would lead to horrific pain and agony for children if they were born, and they're intentionally being selected out right now. But what happens if every embryo is a person? What right does anyone have to decide that some are better than others?
And while taking care of embryos,
there have been a small number of tank failures in this country, and couples have brought wrongful death claims, and the courts have routinely dismissed those cases. But if that changes, then the liability becomes criminal.
Our experts say this risk of liability can have lasting impacts on the IVF process. It's important to note, in the leaked draft, Justice Alito says he's specifically only addressing the right to an abortion. But without Roe, it's possible states adopt their own more restrictive laws.
It's a scary domino effect that could happen.
So we can verify, while overturning Roe v. Wade doesn't directly address IVF, our experts say it's possible that state laws could make the process more difficult. With your Verify, I'm Abby Larico.
According to AAA, extreme heat essentially makes every part of your car work harder. And one of the biggest problems is your battery. The heat can affect the chemical process inside of the battery, making it harder for it to hold a charge and produce power. And don't forget about your tires. AAA says high temperatures can affect the tire pressure, causing uneven wear and tear on your tires, increasing the likelihood of a blowout. The hot weather can also mean your car will struggle to start. When your engine is too hot, fuel doesn't circulate as well, making it harder to get your car going. So what can you do? If possible, park in the shade and check your car more often. Experts recommend checking your battery at least twice a year and check your tire pressure every month. And that's connecting the dots.
I can already tell the deals this week will blow you away. You're going to want them all. So get those phones out, scan our QR code, and get ready to shop. Enjoy. What do you have for us today, Stephanie?
Hey Tori, hey DBL Nation, I've got some fantastic products and even better deals. You're gonna lose your minds for this, so let's check it out.
Yes.
First up, we've got Makeover Essentials Concealer Kit.
Yes.
So did you know that you should be replacing some of your makeup staples every few months?
No.
And if I had to guess, I bet it's about time to get out with the old and in with the new. So normally this is $90, but guess what, Tori?
What?
83% off, $15. What a saving.
All of that is what I need for $15. It's in the bag.
Now, Tori, we've got Villa Novum 120 GSM Premium Essential Sheet Set. So this set is made of brushed microfiber, which feels like a luxury hotel room. Normally, this set is up to $80. Now it's $29, saving 64%.
Sweet dreams, everyone, because you'll be rolling in money dreams because you'll be saving it from the savings from this.
Now, you're going to like this one, Tori. Ooh. We've got the Dalmo brushed nickel touchless kitchen faucet with a pull-down sprayer.
Whoa.
So chores at the sink are way easier with this upgrade, and it's going to make your space look so sleek. So normally this is $170, but guess what? We've got it for $59, saving everyone at home 65%.
We're in the future. Our faucet should reflect that.
Our last product of the day, we've got the Born Hatchie long sleeve pocket crew and short set. This sleep set makes staying at home extra comfortable. So normally this is $78.
Yeah, they're a bit on the pricier side, that brand.
But I actually would even wear this out. But we've got it for $24.
Yes.
Saving 69%.
If you have a summer birthday, you got a Leo in there, you got a Cancer, one of those birthdays.
Exactly.
This is a good deal. Head on over to morningsave.com, y'all, to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices, or you can even just scan the QR code on screen because we are in the future. Thank you so much, Steph, for bringing the savings. We have to give a big DBL shout out to a 4-year-old dog named Trumpet.
Is that a trumpet?
I don't know. He became the very first bloodhound ever to win at Westminster Dog Show. Get this, he competed in his first dog show in January. 6 months later, he's sitting at the top of the pack. Finally, Trumpet can toot his own horn. Thanks for the joke, Michael Dean. Also, bloodhounds are the only breed in certain courts whose testimony is admissible in courtroom.
Wow.
Isn't that interesting?
That's cool.
The handler sworn in, not the dog. It's true. DBL's new every day. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow.